stuff is definitely review, but we'll do a couple that might be a little weird, like this one. You plug in negative 11 into that equation, you get the square root of negative 11 plus 7, which is the square root of negative 4, and at least for now that means no solution. We'll call it no real solution. Leave the door open for something else going on there. Okay, next semester we'll find another answer that will work better for that. This right here says we're taking the 2, plugging it in there. And that's what we're going to do to begin with. We're going to ignore the g for now. Square root of 2 plus 7, which is the square root of 9, which is 3. Okay, what do we do with the 3? Well, I'm glad you asked. We plug it in here, take the place. We now know that f of 2 is 3. So it's much easier to say what is g of 3 than it is f of g of 2. Because that's sort of a theoretical thing. This is concrete. This we know. So that just means we're going to take g equation, plug a 3 into it, and what we'll find is that we've got a 3 times 3 squared, which happens to be 9. 9 times 3 is 27, and 27 minus 27. All that hoopla for an answer of 0. Wow. That one's easy. Plug 74 in, then take the result, plug it back into the same equation. This one here, we got to get better at. That guy right there, on the other side of this, means don't plug it in for x. Set the equation equal to 0. Okay? And so we're going to plug the 0 in. 0 equals 3x squared minus 27. We got a couple steps here is really all we need. One thing that I've seen people do is they've moved the 27 to the other side, which is a legitimate possibility. You can also factor out a 3. Okay? I'm going to do the factor out of 3 thing. Take out a 3 because they have both have a 3 in common. What do you have left? You have an x squared minus 9. This then is factorable. Hopefully we can recognize that at this point. We recognize that that should be an x plus 3 and an x minus 3. And the zero product property states that if you have a variable, multiple variables multiplied together, you can set each of those different portions equal to 0 to find your solution. So x plus 3 equals 0, subtract the 3, you get x equals negative 3. That's one solution. You do the same thing with x minus 3. You're going to add 3 to both sides to get a positive 3. You do not have to worry about that 3 right there, okay, because there's no variable. If we set that by itself equal to 0, we'd have a no solution, so there's no point in thinking about that. Okay, that's good to think about, I guess, but recognize that there's no solution, so you don't have to mention that, because there already are 2 solutions. No more solutions. We'll leave it at that.